Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and here's another Total War Warhammer Battle Replay. So this is actually the day that we heard the news for the Total War 2 announcement, which is really cool, so I'm really psyched. So yeah, I want to do some more recording and things. So yeah, so I brought the Empire, and if we see, this is a similar one against the Dwarves. This is a similar one that I brought last time I went against the Dwarves. So I brought the triple mortar, Life Wizard, General of the Empire with the Potion of Toughness on a Griffin, and great swords, some handgunners, and instead of bringing the silver bullets this time, I decided to bring Stirland's Revenge. See, the thing here is they do have armor-piercing missiles instead of the magic missiles, which aren't quite as good against, you know, the magic attacks aren't quite as good against the dwarves. But they don't have as good range, Stirland's Revenge. So it's a bit of a toss-up, really, because these guys can't start firing until they're really close to the enemy. So they get spotted long before they start, you know, shooting things. So it gives the enemy a lot more time to react. So I think silver bullets might still be better, you know, for that sort of, you know, hide-and-seek kind of gameplay. But we'll see, we'll see. So I'll speed it up a bit, because it's actually quite a long one. So here we got Gyrocopter with Brimstone Gun, so quite good at poking at my general and cavalry, but I didn't bring any cavalry, so, you know. He's also got mines of blasting charges, a couple of hammerers on one side, and then a load of longbeards with great weapons. He's also got some dwarf warriors with great weapons there. He's got 3 lots of quarrelers, so that's going to be useful for taking out my handgunners. So yeah, very, very good pick against my army here. He's also got 1 cannon, and he's got Ungrim Iron Fist, supported by a runesmith. So yeah, first quite long amount of time actually. I'm just moving up my my mortars to mainly attack his hammerers, and also 1 unit of longbeards over here. Because I want to weaken this flank a little bit, but I really need to get rid of those hammerers because they're the most expensive units and they're going to chew through my greatswords. So it'd be good to do as much damage to them as possible. You can see those got nice thin lines, so that makes it harder for me to do that. So yeah, well played there. So a lot of this first section is actually just me hiding behind this rock so he can't shoot me with his cannon, and you know, eventually going and chasing that gyrocopter. So I'm going to speed things up because this will take a while. Okay, so you can see he's taking more cannon shots, but he misses. And so yeah, flying up and down all this terrain is a bit ridiculous. I mean, look at this, what the hell are you doing? So yeah, it looks like I'm close, but I'm not. So start chasing him about while I'm moving my guys up. So you'll see soon I start taking some cannon fire on this side. So I do actually move these behind this big rock. Well, big tower. Statue, actually, isn't it? Yeah, it used to be a statue. Dwarf. Yeah. Not looking so proud anymore, such a shame. So my mortars start firing, so start getting some damage on the hammerers, which is great. Really need to do as much damage to them as possible. They're very expensive units. Also got my Stirland's Revenge poised on this side. At the moment he is guarded to, you know, make sure nothing on this side can deal with him. But if I engage my front line before these guys, you know, make a move, then these guys can be busy shooting at else, you know, other things. So here I actually retreat. So I'm going to slow down a bit. So I actually retreat my General of the Empire because I'm fed up of chasing this guy. Even with Foe Seeker, I just can't seem to catch him. So I get my handgunners out here to start pointing at him because I don't want this guy in my back line, really. Because, you know, I want to keep my mortars protected through this fight. And I don't really want to have to commit a load of guys to that. And clearly I can't catch him with my General. So so yeah, here he sees my handgunners coming, so he runs away. So what I end up doing is actually just leaving 1 unit handgunners here, which is way cheaper than the amount of you know, gold spent on that gyrocopter. So happy just to guard it with one unit here. So got my mortars guarded by 1 unit handgunners, and I can move the other 2 to start trying to fight these guys. You can see here, not a lot of damage to this unit longbeards, but you can see that's a fair bit to these hammerers. So that's really good. They've taken almost no casualties in terms of models. But, you know, they can't replenish that health. So they'll be a lot easier to kill when my greatsword's getting close. Every swing of a greatsword is going to kill a unit rather than doing HP damage. That's great news. So that's really good. So you can see here the gyrocopter's coming up now. And, you know, I've got my handgunners poised to fight them off. So I think he tries to take some pot shots, my General of the Empire here. But as you can see, it does not work. So, you know, I actually regret chasing him there, because I think he was paying more attention to my General than he was the handgunners. But anyway, I will get my General back to the front line. But you can see, you know, I'm taking quite a lot of damage from their cannon, so I am going to need to engage pretty shortly. Or else, you know, I would have done all this damage to their guys, but they would have done more damage to my greatswords, so it's not really worthwhile. You can see, you know, still taking more shots into those gyrocopters, so he's not wanting to stick around anymore, so that's great news. So yeah, we'll be bringing my general up shortly. So also I had to move these mortars up again because they decided to try and retreat their hammerers, but luckily they retreated them on top of each other, which is great news. So now both of those mortars are going to be hitting more than one unit, which is great. So we'll see them coming in here. Also, I get my handgunners poised on one side. And... okay, that only hit one. Yeah, that would have hit 2 units, so that's great. So doing some nice damage to the hammers here. So that's good. So he decides to come back in. I'm taking massive casualties, this unit greatswords though. And yeah, I lost a lot of models. It's supposed to be at 90, it's at 55. Here though, doing a lot of damage to their miners, which probably isn't the best target for them, but I do switch onto their hammerers shortly afterwards. So yeah, things are going quite well. So, you know, a bit of damage across the board here. Yeah, loads of damage there. Lovely. So yeah, start getting my guys in. I used a regrowth on the greatswords to give them that extra healing, and also gives them some physical resist, which is really good. So here I get my General of the Empire in, because I wanted that charge resistance that he gives with his aura. So that would have helped these guys. So that's good news. I think I use a regrowth here. Yeah, Earthblood, sorry. So using Earthblood here to keep these guys in the fight for longer. So mortars are hitting me, but it's only really doing HP damage, not killing any models, and I'm healing through it. So any friendly fire I take for the mortars isn't the end of the world. It means I can still do damage to these guys who cannot heal. So I'm quite happy with that. Unit hammers there, almost completely taken out. So that's good news. So I got a lot of damage on them with my handgunners, but the Quarrelers are fending them off really easily. So I used my General to try and bother that unit Quarrelers for a little while, but yeah, it wasn't really doing a lot. So I wanted to get him back in the front line, because I saw Ungrim was on his own. So I want to do some damage to him. Also, he's trying to chase me with his Runesmith, so it just means his Runesmith's been out of the fight for a while. However, on the left side, my greatswords are faltering. I think that was the unit that took the unbelievable amount of damage from the cannon. And he's still firing at me. So he seems to be doing a lot of friendly fire though. And you can see I've got a lot of mortars firing on this blob. So I'm not that fussed. It's all good. It's all good. So I managed to single out Ungrim a bit. So I'm trying to duel him. Obviously he's got a massive anti-large bonus. But luckily for me, he's trying to attack my greatswords rather than my general. So I'm getting a load of free hits. So that's really good news. So use another Earthblood. Try and keep these guys in the fight. Because this line I really want to keep going. Also bring in Sterling's Revenge, start doing some damage to the back of these Longbeards, but unfortunately he sees me and gets his Quarrelers on me, so these guys start taking a lot of damage. You'll see in a minute he'll also move his cannon to attack Sterling's Revenge, because they have a great firing angle here. Yeah, you'll see that in a minute, absolutely terrifying. So here, I lose my greatsword, so I need to get my general out there, because now they're all going to be focusing on my general, and I can't have that. So yeah, not good. So Sterling's Revenge moving up a little bit more, because, yeah, they moved in, take out the greatswords. Regrowth on those greatswords. I still have, yeah, 65 models in there, which is pretty good. So that physical resistance is going to help me. But look at that, just the cannon fire in here and everything is just absolutely terrible. So yeah, it's killing loads of them. So Sterling's Revenge got absolutely slaughtered there. So that wasn't great. I probably should have just charged them into their cannon crew, to be honest, try and take out that cannon. But, you know, you live and learn. So you can see Ungrim is absolutely knackered, so I've been trying to cycle charge him with my general, just to finish him off, because if I can kill him, then that's, yeah, that thing's going to go much better for me. However, they do still have that Runesmith that's giving everyone, yeah, leadership and armor buffs, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, send my general in again. So I've still got some great swords that have come back, keeping all these guys wrapped up, so that's great news. Start trying to reposition my handgunners. And, yeah, Ungrim's still alive, so I leave so I can cycle charge again, but you can see my general's taking quite a lot of damage. He just pops his potion of toughness to get some health back. So that's good news. Great swords run away again. Still 46 models though, so you know, if I can bring them back, that's still a pretty good unit. Especially if I can heal him up a bit. Near his healing cap, but still, that'll be pretty useful. So now Ungrim's trying to run from this battle, but, you know, I managed to get him. So, boom. Flat on his ass. Still alive though. No, he's not. He's dead. Good. Good. So now he's dead. So yeah. So with the terror from my general, and also the fact they're being attacked by artillery, these guys are losing leadership so quickly. So they all just falter straight away. So that's really good news. And then because so many have run away, it starts triggering others to run. And yeah, then everything shatters, which is fantastic. So yeah, that rout though, I mean, they clearly still had a lot going for them in this fight. I mean, they just lost the general, but they still had a lot of forces. I didn't have a lot going on. Most of my greatswords have been really whittled down. But having those mortars firing in that group, they would have taken huge leadership damage from that. So so that's really useful. And then with the you know, with the terror that my lord was doing as well, just so many hits to the leadership. So yeah, that just made them crumble in the middle there. And once that core had gone, everything else followed. So that was really cool. So you can see my mortars didn't do a huge amount of, you know, didn't get a huge amount of kills, but they did so much damage to the enemy's HP. You know, it was just putting those health bars down and let my greatswords come in and mop things up. But even then, you know, even considering the greatswords are getting most of the kills, you know, 30, 40 kills for those guys is still pretty formidable. You know, they're only what, I think 650 quid each. These guys, they're really cheap mortars. You know, they're not expensive. I mean, handgunners are only 600, and I mean, look at the kills they got. So the mortars definitely outperformed the handgunners in this one. Not that I was particularly careful with them. You know, they were getting shot up by the quarrelers quite a lot. But still, I thought that was really interesting. I love bringing mortars to this matchup. They just seem to really perform well, which I mean, I wouldn't have thought they would, but they just do great. So that's fantastic. So you can see there, you know, Ungrim did fairly well. You know, that's 30 greatswords dead because of him. 99 greatswords dead because of the cannon. So, you know, that cannon I should have shut down with Stern's Revenge. I should have just charged into him there. I mean, he would have got his quarrelers on me, but I would have been hiding behind the cannon, so I don't really care. So I think that would have been a better idea for me. I could have wrapped it up with far fewer casualties. Also, that gyrocopter, that did nothing. You know, I kept that out of the fight just with one unit of handgunners, which will be this one who got one kill. So that'll be the one gyrocopter that they took out. But, you know, that's what, 600 against 1100, is it? I can't remember how much these cost. But I think that was a good trade for me. So yeah, pretty good, I think. That was a fun one. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then comment, like, and subscribe. I'm always happy to have a chat. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.